Which brings me to my next point. If you need to skip a class, skip a class. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Carmen J. You guys already know the spill. Support your girl. Hit the subscribe button. Also, comment, like, let me know if you like this video, so that we're going to be talking about lessons and things that I learned in college. I just graduated this May. To give you guys more background of my school, I went to a small liberal arts school 30 miles south of Pittsburgh. It's called Washington and Jefferson College, not William and Mary, Washington and Jefferson. When I say like small liberal arts, I mean like we were 1,200 deep in there, which is not a lot if you go to a school like Penn State that has like 40,000 students. So everyone knows everyone, which means nobody really minded their business, which means if you had beef or if something went down or whatever, everyone knew about it, which is probably telling you more about my experience there than what actually happened, but it's true. Some lessons that I learned that are pretty much universal, I'm going to share with you guys. Lesson number 1 is just learn how to finesse, which is basically this whole video. Learning how to finesse, you need to understand the rules of the game. If you're already in college, you know this, but if you're like a high school senior who's wanting to know about the ins and outs of college, you know that you get a financial aid package, which lets you know how much money you're going to get and how much money you owe. If you are in the bracket where you need to have a work study, a part of your financial aid package, that also allows you to get a check that goes straight to your bank account. But what they don't tell you at, in the little letter is that it's expected that your check for the work study goes to tuition. So they expect the $2,000 that you make in a semester or a year, they expect all that money as your tuition. If you're like me and you need spending money and you don't give it to the school, you need to find a way that's going to pay for that extra $2,000. I guess lesson 1A would be get a hustle. So if you're like me, work study is spending money and stuff, but you also need something that's going to help pay for tuition. My hustle was hair. There wasn't that many people of color. There wasn't that many people of my color, if you get what I'm saying. Which means that there was a very high demand for people who needed their hair done. How to do box braids, how to do sew-ins, do wigs. So find a hustle. Lesson number 3, know your financial aid counselor. Those are the people or person or whoever that's going to let you know what funds are available when you can't pay for school. And for those of you who don't know, I have a twin and we went to the same college, which means double the tuition, double everything. We were double broke. So when there were times that I could pay for college and my brother couldn't, we went to our financial aid counselor and said, what funds are available, because we don't want to drop out. I'm not trying to work at the booty club, so I need money. And what they don't tell you is that some students transfer or something happens and funds come available. Not saying that like financial aid holds funds hostage, but if you don't ask, you don't know. So since we're talking about cutting costs and really saving, my next lesson, I guess lesson number 4, I think we're on now. Do not buy books. Don't do it. Just don't do it. If you didn't learn anything else from this video, just don't buy books. Don't buy nothing. No books. My philosophy is if you pay so much money for the class, the book should come with the class. That's all I'm saying. Here's some ways that you can get around buying a book. The first step is that you go to the library. You simply go up to the librarian and tell them, here's a list of books. Do you have these? 8 times out of 10, they have the book in the library for you to take for the semester for free. Especially if you're taking a humanities class like writing, English, history, any comm class. So if you can't do that and you find yourself, get into the class and you have homework due and you still don't have the book, first day of class, you go to the person next to you, be friends, say hello, how's your class, what's your major, have you taken this professor before, get to know them. Be like, oh my gosh, you have the book? and they say yes, and you be like, wow, I couldn't afford the book right now, or tell them it's still coming, tell them something, and then be like, do you think I could take pictures of the pages to your book before class? Like, could I borrow it for the hour and give it back to you in your dorm or whatever? And then you can go send all those pictures to an email, print them out, boom. You have the entire textbook. Biggest lesson is to put yourself first and don't give yourself more than you can handle. But if you know that you're going to be passionate about it and you're going to give it your 100, go for it. Like, that's what I did. I was president of 2 clubs, and I really gave it my 100, and everyone's not going to be satisfied with what you did. They're going to think that they can do better. But at the end of the day, people don't step up for a reason. But if you feel like you're giving yourself more than you can bear, it's okay to say no, like, I can't take this on, and just focus on what you can take on, which is like your school or work or paying for school or your mental health. It's okay to put yourself first. Which brings me to my next point. If you need to skip a class, skip a class. If you're having a day where you just like need a longer lunch or whatever, you just need a break from one professor, skip that class and keep a tally of all the classes that you're skipping, so you're not skipping more than you have to. So this is just like a bonus tip for like W&J students exclusive. So if you're watching this and you're trying to decide whether you're going to W&J, here are a few things that you need to know while making your decision. There are so many amenities at W&J. And just to name a few off the top of my head, but you have free printing, free washing and drying of your clothes, an escort service. You are keyed out or locked out. You get like the first time free and then it's a fee. I'm saying we, like I still go there. I graduated. But they have free shuttles to Pittsburgh, there and back, free. I know I just said that washing and drying was free, but like up the street is a fluff and fold that I used a lot when I didn't feel like washing my clothes because I had a bad experience.
Because people wanted to take my dryer sheets. People also wanted to move my clothes out of the washer and touch my stuff because the washer was ready and they thought I wasn't getting there quick enough and I was like 2 minutes late.
So if you want your clothes washed for you, fluffed for you, folded for you, go to Fluff and Fold. You pay no more than like $20 for a load, and it's folded and washed and pressed and primped for you, ready to go. I think that's pretty much it. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I'm thinking about doing like a back to school series, and I really wanted to get this video to you guys before school started in case some of you guys were thinking about making these big mistakes that I made. And I just didn't want you to do it, sis. I just didn't want you to do it, okay? So yeah, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Like I said, if you didn't subscribe yet, what are you waiting on? Subscribe, like, comment, join Carmen J TV. I will be back soon with some more content. Thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far and you are watching, you're a real one. And I hope the rest of your 2019 prospers, period.